Okay, hello. This is just going to be a walkthrough test, not an automated or pseudo-automated, semi-automated test, because I do have to show things in DB Visualizer for this to work, and I can't do that strictly with Selenium. Um, so, how this is going to work is I'm going to create a user, and then that user, you're going to then see that that user has deployments already available to them, which are Postgres and MySQL, and allows them to deploy databases. And then we're going to use database DB Visualizer to prove that the connections are there, as well as we will SSH into our, or well, we don't, well, we can just use multipass to shell into it and show you that that it is running. Okay, so first we're going to sign up for an account. I'm going to use the PSU Capstone test account at gmail.com. Give it a fake password. Well, not a fake password. It's got to be a real password. But anyway, so we're going to sign up. We should get our pop-up, and we should then get our email. There it is. Let's copy the code back over here. And we're going to copy it in, confirm our registration. Now this does take a little bit longer because now we're making our new deployments, but it's not long. It's not long enough that the user will get worried. So now we have our new user. We're on the virtual machines page, and then if we go to the deployment page, you see that we already have Postgres MySQL deployments available to the user, along with a secret that's called default database password, which will just be password. And if we go into deployments, you can see that there is already this environment variable set for both of them, MySQL root and Postgres password. If the user wishes, they can change these, but if they just want to use the default one, they can. Not recommended, but they can. So we're going to go back here and we're going to create a virtual machine. We're going to call it Postgres. We're going to leave everything the same. And we're going to launch this. And this is going to take a few minutes, which is normal. And just, while that's doing that, we'll show you that this is showing that it's not deployed. We have no virtual machines. It tells us that we're using version 17.4, and we're going to deploy on that port. And again, if the user wanted to, they can create a custom one. And this is in MySQL 9.2, and it's on this port. No virtual machines, not deployed. All right, so our Postgres virtual machine is ready. And you see that we have no deployments. So we're going to go into deployments. We're going to hit Postgres. We're going to hit Actions. We're then going to hit Deploy. And then we're going to have our list of virtual machines. So we're going to select Postgres and hit Submit. And you'll see it automatically update these to starting. And then you'll have this new line in the table here, virtual machines with this deployment. And you'll see that it'll show you the VM. It has a status of running, but the healthy, which is the health check of this database, is not up yet. So we have to then wait again for this to then say it's healthy, which when a status update is done, it will then send a server-side event to update these to tell you, hey, this is healthy. And this shouldn't take very long. It actually should be very quick, at least inside the server. But since we're doing this on 30-second, basically cron job timers for health checks, the health check will come back at most a minute. Okay, so there, see, it's already healthy again. So we know that we are Postgres database deployed and it's healthy. And how can we verify this? Well, we see that our IP is this for our virtual machine. So I'm going to copy that. I'm going to open up DB Visualizer and I'm going to create, well, first let me close these other old ones. close anyway. All right, so we're going to add a new database by hitting this plus sign, type in Postgres, and we're going to double click it. It's going to open up this, and you'll see that it's localhost, but we don't want localhost. We now want to say it's the IP of the database that we just created. It's going to be port 5432 because that was where it was, and we're using all defaults. So the database is going to be Postgres, the user is going to be Postgres, and the default password, which we established was password, is what is going to go here. PASWRD. All right, if we hit ping, it'll tell us that we successfully verify that the specific server port is accessible, and we hit connect, and we will get a success message down here that says we have connected, and now we know for sure that our database works. It has no tables in it, but at least it works. And so that is it. That just proves that the user can now deploy a database with very minimal effort and get something up and running. At least a developer database gets more complicated. They'd have to do some they'd have to add more environment variables and change the password, obviously, if they're going to try and use this in production. All right, but that is it. Thank you.